YouTube. Check this out. You probably should wash some dishes. But anyway, in here is a cake that I made, but I also put $2,000 worth of gold in it. And it's been in this ice cream container for a year. And check out all the weird, I don't know if you can see the colours, but on this side I see iron oxide. In this part I see AU gold and mould, green mould and white mould and pink mould. It's the first time it's been exposed to the air for a year, and it smells a bit like dirt. So I have to do this for another year, because according to the Buddhists who make dragon gold, they get the aloe and they make it into a cake, but they mix gold in with it, and then they let it digest while it rots. The funguses and the enzymes and all the natural things in them, the germs and the bugs, they break it down so you can spit in it or something, and the germs will multiply. And you need 2 years for the digestion. So what happens is the enzymes and bugs and germs, they eat slowly the food matter. Now if you find a food matter like aloe, which has either iridium or rhodium in it, I think it's rhodium in the aloe vera, and the other one is grapes, which has either iridium or rhodium in it as well. One has one has the other. I have this jar up here that's got peaches, because it said that peaches is the food of immortality. So if you mix that with gold and you let it rot in a sealed container for 2 years, you come back and you'll find that there's humus in there. So you can pretty much burn it in the furnace and get whatever the metal is, or you can filter it down with acid and dissolve it, and the metals will be present later. And there's grapes, and there's like a green alloy stuff on the top, alcohol type stuff. And there's clear alcohol in another one of grapes, and that's been there for a year. And there's another one that's digested down like a manure, so it pulps down. So this one's full of peaches, and it's not totally air sealed, so there's high risk of having mould in the cupboard, but hasn't seemed to have spread because it's quite airy in this cupboard. I don't usually do this stuff, but I've decided to give it a go, see what happens, see how I go, and yeah, that's how it's turned out. So it's still some kind of a pulp. I was trying to put it through a blender. Maybe next time put it through a blender. Another thing I heard was if you can't seem to work out how to get the metals out, just put it all in the garden like with a peach tree, and it'll become fertilizer. So you stick it under the ground and cover it while it's around the roots of the tree, and all the good gold monatomics will go into the plant, and never feed the plant anything but water after that. And these will digest underground, worms will come and eat it, and they will shit all around, and the food will break down in your gut, but the metals will be crapped out. Yeah, you might get some golden worms. Well, catch those worms, dig it up, catch those worms, keep them in a pot, not in an open range ground garden, because otherwise the worms will just grow for miles, migrate, and the gold will dissipate amongst all the worms. It will spread out amongst them. So it is something you can think about. So you can get some gold, some pure Chinese mountain salt from the mountain sea salt lakes that are up in the very height mountains, Himalayan high mountains, and they have give a good tranquil bliss. So you mix that in with the digestants. These are to digest themselves, and that helps to break down the purity of the refined part of gold. Then you make gold monoatomic, which makes it absorbable. If you do it for another 2 years, it's supposed to be far more effective. Get people selling dragon gold that's been broken right down. Some people have a grinder that can grind gold real fine, and then they use acids to make it even finer. And I prefer to have purity of gold on a coin and burn the flame to push out the allness out of the other side. Seems like when you burn, you create a magnetic cast off of energy, so the electromagnetic field happens as the impurities burn off. It creates like electromagnetic fields. So you could have electromagnetic fields and chuck gold on that field zone, and it will repel gold outside the other side of the gold. But it'll be the evolved Ormus, Rmes, Orms. It's in the old Bible. They put it in the showbread. It's the, the DMT stuff. DMT is a molecule, a spirit molecule. So I've been collecting crappy pan of old lead and carbon and stuff that's come from my old gold. I get some gold from recycling, so I'll take it here. Just over here. Look at these rain shapes. Check out all down there. Gold. Orange stuff. There's not a whole lot, but the positive electrode kept on digesting. So what I did was stuck it on a long aluminium picture frame thing. I'm getting all this white aluminium stuff. But the good news is that long bar is a positive which attaches to all these connected rams. So as it does a mass percentage of positive, you get this huge layer. Later I'll separate that metal from this metal. But for now, main thing is that it's coming out of their thing. See how they're all on it? It could take some time. This is a 12 volts power supply plug. Hopefully not too much of it will go on up the wire and head on to somebody else to get rich. I should have had a car battery, and I could at least poured out the acids into another container, kept all the gold within the circuit instead of going to the mains and taking off, and then some dude mining a big nugget, all thanks to me and my donation. Down there is possibly the value of the chips used to be $100 each, so there's easily $2,000 there. But the thing is, these are the obsolete ones, so the actual sell value has dropped significantly to $1 each. So there's $40 in there, $40 to $60, which is about as because they were all bung anyway. And there's not a whole lot on them, to be honest. Really, seriously, there's not much there on them. So what's that over there? Looks like a bit of nugget treasure. Yay! Didn't come out the right colour. Ooh, it's like what they try to tell you almost is. But this is actually gross. Separating the gross. You know, the alchemists say separate the gross from the other thing. Subtle. Okay, so I'll chuck all the metals in the bottom of this, and later I'm going to dry it and then smelt it. When I get my induction coil, smelt it, and we'll see what we can get out of it. Probably very impure metals. I've got some stuff in these ones too. I've got to push these out. So positive electrode to push them, turn the metal into dust. Negative electrode, just here it is, just floating in there, giving off hydrogen, but it doesn't corrode, it doesn't dissolve, it gets to stay solid. And then as you can see, hydrogen.